Guys, today I'll be answering the question of how do you get back things from your abusive ex. Let's say they owe you money, they have your bags, they have all those things from you, and you want them back because they are yours. Actually, these are very, very interesting and challenging question. But of course, the first thing you have to understand is if you're logically going to take those things from them, let's say they have your bags, never do it alone. Like, don't really go there and say like, because we have a past together, it's okay, I'll just go and take them. The best thing to do is, if you know they don't have a history of becoming violent, of course if it's a violent case, that's a different scenario. But if you know they just manipulate and all, the best thing to do is to go with a friend or to go with someone else. This is because sometimes when you go back to try and pick your stuff, you might end up reigniting the moments. They might hook you back in. And so we know something about those feelings. Like, those feelings it just takes a scratch and then you are fully back into the relationship. So instead of saying that I'm going to do it myself, especially when you've not healed, the best thing to do is just go with your friend and then pick those things and then leave. That would really help you, especially in the initial stages where you don't feel that you have that inner strength to push them away. Another thing is, if you really feel that they're in this state of, let's say they're physically violent, and you know that there's someone who can, it's someone who can manipulate the system, they have a lot of power and control. Sometimes, yes, it's painful. Sometimes it's much better to leave it for now and then come back later once you have a solution. Because if you're dealing with someone, let's say, who has manipulated everyone, like who has manipulated the system, sometimes it's just better to look at your own safety, because you may end up fighting for these things and then you end up losing your life. So it's better sometimes to just see and say like, hey, this person actually, because this person is violent, this person can do this to me, it's much better for me to just go no contact, stay safe, and then maybe later on I can come back for them. Because when you something about trying to ask for these things from your ex, especially when you are still bitter, you are still sad, you are still feeling betrayed, is you'll be acting out of emotions. And something is, when you act out of emotions, you never really make rational decisions. And rational decisions here, talking about the logical decisions, you may end up making something which you will end up regretting later, or which may cost you even more money later, because you may end up going there and then it costs you. Let's say you end up breaking a few tables because you are just mad, and then you end up getting a fine or being arrested. But if you step back and then center yourself, or get to the point where you can think rationally, you will find a solution. Actually, when you are thinking rationally, you will find that solutions are there. But when you are thinking out of your emotions or out of the feeling of betrayal, you will not find good solutions. You will find reactionary solutions. And these reactionary solutions most times will end up doing even more damage. So you can go with a friend, but if you really feel that you can't really do it, wait, heal fast, and then go back to them. That's where you can really know if there's the law you can follow, or what steps can you take. You will even consult and all those things. When it comes to money, you'll have asked people like, what do you do when someone asks your money? Do you take them to court? Like, you'll really be looking at this now from the perspective of someone who thinks rationally. Hope that makes sense, guys. Until next time, of course, priority is to stay safe. All those things you can still earn them, you can still get them in future, but your life is precious. Until next time, have a nice day.